There was a wrongness in the air before I fully noticed it. The streetlights hummed a tone that didn't belong to any city hum, and the fog moved against the wind as if it remembered a different weather. People clustered like loose teeth at bus stops, glancing too often at empty corners where nothing should be waiting. My work, pulling stories out of the dark and teaching audiences how to listen to fear, had tuned me to static underlayered beneath normal life. This static felt like an old friend whose voice had been slowed and smeared, a signal trying to be conversation. The signs announced themselves as jokes at first. Someone left laminated cards along the subway benches, phrases printed in a typeface that strained at the edges. "We remember you." Then friends of friends began posting photographs with strange framing, half their faces cropped by shadows that lined up across different images, like a map that refused to be read. In the theater where I ran workshops, mannequins set for a prop display leaned away from a doorway that led to a mirror. In the reflection, the seats were full of silhouettes that refused proximity. People laughed it off, blamed performance artists, called it viral theater. I cataloged these things with my usual skepticism, which for once felt like a fragile, inadequate shell protecting something raw beneath. As nights bled into each other, my veneer split. I woke hearing someone speak through the radiator in sentences I couldn't quite catch, but knew were my name rearranged. At a reading, an audience member raised a hand and asked, not for a book recommendation, but whether the techniques I taught could be used to speak back. When I said no, the room went cold, and applause sounded like a countdown. Dreams planted themselves in the seams of my waking life, rehearsal and reality sutured together until I couldn't tell where one ended and the other began. Paranoia isn't dramatic. It is a slow rearrangement. You begin to trust glass more than faces, maps more than directions. The night the sky folded itself open, there was no theatrical arrival. No beams or landings, just a pressure. A soft syllable of gravity that rearranged constellations into a punctuation mark. Across the city, compasses spun like weather vanes possessed, radio static organized into diction that wasn't any human language, and yet hummed with grammatical intent. I watched a corner of the sky peel back like paper and reveal a depth that thinned the air. Creatures leached curiosity from the city, not with teeth, but with attention. And attention is the currency of being. I tried to catalog the encounter, to annotate and create distance with words as I always had, but language collapsed into a ledger of absences. My notes began to answer back. The voice I had taught people to attend to learned to imitate handwriting. I thought of a door closing. I thought of a camera clicking off. I chose to end the experiment and walked away from the light on my desk, knowing the recorder would still be listening. I turned the recorder off. Silence answered, and somewhere beyond it the thing kept its promise.